to me, doesn't who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sit there and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't him, but I'll fuck this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Believe people play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect. You know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living.
When it comes to loyalty, Tony Yayo doesn't mess around. Word hit the streets that Jay Prince might have been trying to move funny behind the scenes, and the talk got wild quick. People were whispering about industry pressure and some kind of extortion play tied to 50 Cent. But Yayo didn't waste a second stepping up once his name and 50's legacy got dragged into the mix. He switched straight into full Queens mode. Loud, raw, and fearless. He made one thing clear to everybody watching. Nobody's extorting G-Unit. Nobody's pressing 50 Cent. Period. It all kicked off after some blog chatter claimed Jay Prince was out here using power plays to keep certain rappers in check, and they were hinting that 50 might have been one of them. That rumor spread fast like wildfire, but anyone who knows 50's story knows that don't even sound right. The man built his entire career on standing tall and never folding to anybody. So when Yayo saw those headlines pop up, he lost it.
Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, you know, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get connected.
People close to him said he started making calls right away, checking who started that talk and making sure everybody got the message crystal clear. 50 Cent ain't the one to get extorted. He's the one who exposes the extortionist. Yayo even jumped online, dropping mysterious posts and cryptic hints, stuff like real ones move in silence, but stand loud when disrespected. Fans instantly caught on, connecting the dots like detectives. The streets started buzzing heavy. Was Yayo sending shots at Jay Prince? And if that's the case, was G-Unit really ready to clash with Rap-A-Lot? That one question had the whole internet spinning out of control. Everyone wanted to know if a real hip-hop showdown was about to pop off. See, Yayo isn't just some hype man shouting from the sidelines. He's 50's day one soldier. From those early mixtape grind days to tour fights overseas, he's always been the one standing shoulder to shoulder with 50 when things heat up. He's the kind of guy who moves when loyalty calls. No hesitation, no fear. So when whispers started flying that somebody was trying to test 50, Yayo took that straight to the heart. To him, that's pure disrespect. And he wasn't about to let it slide this time. Insiders even said Yayo reached out to a few folks close to Prince's circle, sending a clear message like, whatever y'all think y'all about to do, cut it out. That's Queen's energy right there.
Stuck on stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're stuck on stupid and you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. You know, we all know if you can tap into good people wherever you go.
Wherever, yeah.
But I mean, it's a...
That message moved through the streets like lightning and hit the blogs even faster. Suddenly, everyone online was talking about how Yayo stepped right into the situation. Not on no violent tip, but making it known that 50's camp don't play with manipulation or hidden power moves. By the end of that week, the story had completely flipped, and the streets were watching every update like it was breaking news. Instead of people asking if 50 got extorted, the whole talk flipped. Now everyone was asking, did Jay Prince just make the wrong move by even mentioning 50's name? The tables turned quick, and then, out of nowhere, 50 dropped that cold photo. No caption, no words, just that signature smirk, stacks of money, and champagne on the table. That post said everything without saying a thing. He ain't folding for nobody. But to really get what's behind this tension, you gotta rewind and look at how deep this runs. 50 Cent and Jay Prince been circling around each other for years. Both powerful, both respected, both known for being untouchable in their own lanes. But even though they share that same energy, their worlds never blended smooth. Jay Prince controls Houston's underworld of hip-hop. He's that quiet boss who plays by codes, the kind of man who doesn't need to speak loud to make things happen. On the other side, 50 runs New York's empire. Loud, strategic, and always 10 steps ahead. They both command attention, but in totally different ways. It was bound to clash sooner or later.
Last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets.
There's history behind it too. Way back, rumors floated that Jay Prince might have tried to interfere with one of 50's business moves. Some said it was tied to music money, others whispered it had something to do with boxing promotions. Whatever it was, 50 didn't like the pressure one bit. He brushed it off publicly back then, but people close to him said it left a bad taste that never really faded. See, 50 don't forget disrespect, he just waits for the perfect moment to remind you he didn't forget. So when this new extortion talk started circling online, it hit that old nerve hard. Jay Prince got that reputation as the untouchable, the quiet power figure everyone respects, but nobody wants to cross. But here's the twist. 50 doesn't live by that code. He's never been afraid to say names out loud, no matter how deep somebody's roots run or how strong their network is. And that's what makes this face-off feel dangerous. Two titans who don't bow to pressure, staring each other down in silence, and Yayo knew that better than anyone. That's exactly why he moved fast. Because if 50 had stepped in personally, things could have gone nuclear real quick. He wasn't about to let it reach that point. Soon enough, people online started connecting dots, comparing the situation to that old Drake versus Pusha T drama, back when Jay Prince famously told Drake to chill and not respond, but fans were joking saying he might have stopped Drake, but he can't stop 50. And honestly, they weren't lying. 50's built different.
I mean, because the little homie young boy place got broke into, people went in his place, disrespected different things, and I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, young boy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your road.
This is a man who came straight out the streets, survived getting shot 9 times, flipped the whole music industry upside down, and then reinvented himself into a TV boss with hit shows and major deals. There's literally nothing left that can intimidate him. He's seen it all, beat it all, and made money off every challenge that came his way. Meanwhile, Tony Yayo's comments hit the internet like sparks in a gas leak. Loud, raw, and impossible to ignore. He dropped a line that had everybody talking, saying something like, "We not doing no fake gangster politics. We move how we move, and everybody knows what kind of time we on. That's straight Queens talk, no filters, no PR, just real street energy." And fans respected it heavy. They said Yayo's loyalty felt more real than most crews in hip-hop have ever shown. And it's true, his bond with 50 runs deep. At the same time, insiders close to 50 said he was actually laughing behind the scenes, calm, collected, not pressed at all. He don't need to argue. His silence is the warning. When you've got that kind of reputation, one smirk says more than a whole diss track ever could.
I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. Nigga. It's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on them keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway.
And that's exactly what had the culture glued to the situation. Everyone knew if 50 ever chose to clap back, he'd do it in a way that would shake the entire game again. After Yayo's response blew up online, you could feel the tension across the whole industry. The energy was wild. Bloggers started calling it Queens versus Houston, saying a Cold War might be brewing in real time. Even though neither camp threw out direct threats, you could tell something serious was in the air. It felt like that old school hip-hop tension creeping back into 2025. Both sides were watching each other carefully. No words needed, just quiet moves and heavy energy. Jay Prince didn't respond directly, but a few hours later he dropped a cryptic post that shook the internet. It said, "Real men don't explain to the crowd. They settle things in silence." Fans instantly connected that to Yayo's earlier comments, and the internet exploded with debate. Half the fans swore Prince was throwing a shot back, while the other half said he was just saving face, keeping it boss level calm. But Yayo, he didn't flinch for a second. Instead, he doubled down, reposting a throwback picture of him and 50 on tour with the caption, "Been outside since mixtape days, still outside. Queens, legend energy." That post went viral fast. It was pure Queens pride. That move showed exactly why people respect Yayo so much. He's the real definition of loyalty. Through prison time, label chaos, and all the ups and downs of the industry, he's never switched sides or chased clout. He's been solid from day one. And for 50, that loyalty means everything. Because in this game, loyalty is rare once money and power start twisting things up. Yayo's the one who keeps that original G-Unit spirit alive. Raw, unapologetic, and fearless. As fans started dissecting every post, every quote, and every cryptic caption, some began digging deeper, trying to figure out where these extortion rumors even came from. Word on the street was that it all started after an unreleased documentary got teased, one that allegedly mentioned Jay Prince's name and some old New York business dealings. That's when the speculation really caught fire. People started saying Prince might have wanted to control the narrative before it hit the public. Whether that's true or not, it only threw more gas on the situation. The tension got thicker by the hour. Meanwhile, 50 stayed quiet.
What you said?
Don't turn me down, bitch. I don't, folks.
Don't turn you down.
Yeah, man, what you on, folks?
What you mean what I'm on?
What you on, man? What the deal there? What up?
What up? You want to buy your shit back or what?
You ain't get you flunked out ass little nigga. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb mother. What you got, $20 out of car?
Nah, nigga, you know what we got, nigga. Stop that cap.
Man, crazy as a motherfucker.
Nigga, capping, bro. They gonna believe anything.
But not absent. Every move he made online felt calculated like chess, not checkers. He posted shots of luxury cars, big business wins, champagne moments, and captions like power moves only. Every post felt like a reminder that he's still in full control. Cool, confident, and untouchable. People started saying that was his silent way of telling the world, you can't extort a man who owns everything he's in. And honestly, that hit deep, because 50's built a legacy off power, not fear. By this point, the story had shifted completely. It wasn't just about Tony Yayo versus Jay Prince anymore. It had become a symbol of 50 Cent's dominance, his legacy, and the respect he still commands across the industry. Every artist, every exec, and every street figure knows when 50's name comes up, you tread carefully. That's just the kind of weight his name carries. And that's exactly what made Yayo's reaction so powerful. He wasn't just backing up his friend, he was protecting a legacy that stands for independence, loyalty, and fearlessness. Through it all, one thing became crystal clear. 50 didn't need to say a single word. His silence shook the whole industry, and Yayo made sure nobody got that message twisted. Silence for weakness? What? What? You said don't? Nah, by the end of that week, the whole thing had flipped into a straight-up cautionary tale for the entire industry. You can't play power games with 50 Cent and think it's gonna slide under the radar. That man sees everything, especially when Tony Yayo's standing right beside him ready to check anybody testing the waters. Yayo's message stayed simple, but it hit loud. We not them! And that line hit deep with fans because it reminded everyone what hip-hop was built on: loyalty, respect, and standing on business. No fake alliances, no backroom games, just real ones moving solid. The media tried to twist it up, dropping wild headlines like Jay Prince responds to G-Unit or 50's camp sends threats. But the real ones knew what was happening behind the noise. Insiders said both sides understood exactly what was at stake. Neither wanted it to turn ugly, but neither was backing down either. This wasn't fear. This was strategy. Because in this game, silence doesn't mean weakness, it means you're thinking 3 steps ahead. Later that week, Yayo hopped on a live stream and dropped a line that instantly went viral. He said, "They always trying to test us like we soft cause we doing business now. Nah, we still the same dudes from the block. We just dress better." The chat went crazy. Emojis flooding the screen, fans quoting that line all over Twitter. It became the quote of the week. That one bar summed up exactly how G-Unit moves. Success don't erase your roots, it just upgrades your grind. And while the blogs kept spinning their stories, 50 did what 50 always does. Turned real tension into pure entertainment and profit. That's his genius. While others argue he cashes in. By the time the smoke started to clear, one thing was obvious. The saga wasn't just another rap beef. It was a reminder of how much power 50 still holds in the game. Every headline, every reaction, every little post kept his name buzzing across the culture like he planned it that way. Even when he said nothing, he controlled the whole narrative. That's boss-level energy right there. Jay Prince stayed quiet after that, playing it smooth, but insiders claim both camps had mutual respect behind closed doors. It wasn't about fear, it was about pride. These are two men who built empires off street principles, and neither was ever built to fold. Still, people couldn't stop talking. Was this the calm before the storm, or had both sides just decided to let it rest? Meanwhile, Yayo's name started trending heavy. Fans flooded his comments calling him the last loyal one, saying stuff like, "That's real day one energy right there." He became the symbol of something hip-hop had been missing: genuine loyalty in an era full of fake love and industry politics. Even other rappers started giving props, saying they wished their team held them down like Yayo holds 50. Then just when people thought the story was dying down, 50 posted again, another cryptic flex. This time, it was a black and white shot of him on set with the caption, "Still writing history. One move at a time. No names, no tags, just pure confidence." Fans lost it instantly, saying he turned real drama into another marketing moment. And honestly, they were right. That's 50's gift. He flips controversy into currency every single time. What started as whispers about extortion ended up reminding everyone why he's still one of the smartest, sharpest, and most unpredictable figures in hip-hop. The game might have changed, but 50 Cent, he's still moving like it's his chessboard. And every piece moves when he decides. Weeks passed, but the echoes of that tension didn't fade. They evolved. What started as rumor talk had now turned into one of the most dissected storylines of the year. Every podcast, every YouTube channel, every gossip page was still spinning theories about 50, Yayo, and Jay Prince. It wasn't just about who said what anymore. It became a case study in how real power moves in silence while the internet makes noise. Behind the scenes, sources said 50 was moving sharper than ever. Meetings, contracts, expansion plays. He wasn't wasting breath. He was stacking wins. Word was a new G-Unit project might even be in motion, and fans started connecting dots. Could all this drama have been the spark for a comeback? Nothing confirmed, but knowing 50, he wouldn't let this kind of spotlight go unused. Tony Yayo kept the energy alive too, showing up at events, smiling, unbothered. Every time the press tried to bait him into more talk, he'd just grin and say, "Real ones know what's up." That confidence drove fans wild because they knew what that meant. It wasn't about proving a point anymore, it was about owning the moment. Meanwhile, Jay Prince continued playing the long game. Cool, composed, no reactions. That alone made the story even more intriguing. The fact that two of the most respected names in hip-hop could stand toe-to-toe without even saying much spoke volumes about the levels of power they operate on. By now, the culture had learned its lesson. Some names you don't just toss around for clicks. 50 Cent's legacy is too rooted, too battle-tested, too commanding. He doesn't need to shout. His aura alone shifts the room. And with Yayo by his side, standing as living proof of loyalty and longevity, G-Unit reminded everyone why their names still ring heavy in 2025. This wasn't just about defending respect. It was about reminding the game who still runs it. Reports are already flying that 50's plotting his next big move, a full-blown docuseries diving deep into industry extortion and fake power plays. And fans can't help but wonder, did this whole situation spark the idea? Wouldn't be the first time 50 turned real-life drama into a storyline that breaks the internet. That's what he does best, flipping tension into gold. As for Jay Prince, he's been silent. No interviews, no comments, no shade, nothing. And that silence, it speaks loud. Because when two real alphas are watching each other, the loudest message is the one that's never said. The energy between them is heavy, not out of hate, but out of respect for the kind of power both men carry. At the end of the day, this story goes way deeper than just beef. It's about respect. It's about how some men build their names off fear, but others, like 50 Cent, build theirs off fearlessness. Tony Yayo showed the world once again that G-Unit still moves with integrity, loyalty, and straight backbone. You can talk slick, spin stories, or drop headlines, but when it's time to stand tall, G-Unit don't fold, they check situations fast. So yeah, maybe Tony Yayo didn't run down on Jay Prince in a physical way, but the message he sent was loud and clear. Don't test the empire, because 50's name still holds weight in every corner of this game. No rumor, no whisper, no blog post can ever change that. And if there's one lesson here, don't confuse quiet with weak, because when queens move, the whole culture shakes. If you rocked with this breakdown, make sure to like, share, comment, and let us know your thoughts below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more wild industry stories and deep dives. See you in the next video.